Huge battle. How I worked my mysteries is, I would ride into town on a leopard, or a bull, or a leopard bull hybrid if they had one handy. My rose gold curls billowing behind me, and I would call out, "Women! My women! Come to me!" And they always came. I never had a problem with them coming. Then I would draw them out, my Bacchus, out past the city walls, out into the fragrant wilderness beyond. There they would taste my honey, gulp my wine, thrash and ride and weep and dance and stroke animals and lie with animals and tear animals limb from limb and call out my name over and over. This was in my heyday. But then it was so weird. They forgot about it. At first they all still knew my name, but it started to have like a quaint ring to it, like air quotes around it. Oh, you know, Dionysus. Then it evolved into an adjective, something any imposter could be, Dionysian. And then, you know your own story. It started to settle. For creature, comforts, ecstasy, knockoffs, custom, satisfaction. And at a certain point, I just stopped putting myself out there. But gods don't die. We just change form. We're all still with you. All of us. I mean, they don't care about you. Those other guys, Hermes, Apollo, I haven't heard from those assholes in centuries. But I stayed close to you. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I was born of a mortal woman. Anyway, I've done a million different things over the years. I mean, sailor, stripper, rock star, mayor. Most recently, I've been living outside of Burlington, Vermont. I got my own little landscaping business out there with a focus on sustainability and small-scale permaculture. I've been happy. I mean, Vermont is a fucking paradise. Great hiking trips, curbside compost collection. I was living off the grid with lesbian separatists. In consensus-based community. I had every intention of staying forever. But you've been busy too, haven't you? Mining, and stripping, and slashing, and burning, and generally just spoiling this green earth that gave you life. It's not like I haven't been aware of your misdeeds. I've been watching you fuck shit up for hundreds of years. I've objected through all the usual channels. I've signed the petitions. I've marched in the marches. But it's like you're in some kind of trance. You don't know. You don't know what time it is on the cosmic clock. How could you? With your bird lives, your fruit fly lives, hunting and feeding and breeding and dying, all in the blink of a God's eye. So let me tell you what time it is. It's 11:45. And if I don't step in now, the glaciers are going to melt. The permafrost is going to thaw. Fast forward a couple hundred years, and there won't be a single human left on this earth to worship me. And that's not going to work for me, okay? My options are dwindling, and the last thing I need is to fuck off back to Mount Olympus, the dullest fucking place in the entire universe, to chill for all time by the flame of eternal boredom. So it's time for a comeback. Picture it. The entire world reawakened to my lights. My ecstasy spreading from village to town until the entire earth hums with organic joy. Every heedless human reawakened to their place in the web of life will see an instant drop in carbon emissions, the cooling of the oceans, and a spike in forest growth. In short, the instant healing of our great planet. Now, I know people can get weird when you come into this dinner. So I'm not going to come in guns a-blazing full Greek. I'm going to slide in on the DL, hit them with a landscaping design angle. When I'm all the way in, pull up the stops. Now, the minimum number I need for my mystery cult is 4. 2 ladies on my right side, 2 ladies on my left. It's a balance thing. I never understood it exactly, but believe me, you do not want to try to start a mystery initiation with fewer than 4 applicants. So I picked the perfect spot for my kickoff here in County, New Jersey. I see a little circular street with 4 women all lined up with me in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! Once my first unit is activated, I'll take off like wildfire, spreading into the heartlands and fruited plains. Before you know it, we'll be knocking at your door. Nervous? Don't be. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna feel amazing to save the world.
I am just hopeless outdoors. When you look up brown thumb in the dictionary, there's a big picture of my face.
Okay.
It's terrible because I just drool over the gardening spreads in HGTV magazine. I'm killed to do over my yard myself, but I have to face facts. I only make things worse. That's where you come in, Diane. It is Diane, isn't it?
Diane.
Diane. I need you to bring my fantasies to life.
Okay.
In terms of my wish list, I do have a few things I won't compromise on, but basically I'm easy.
Oh, great.
I like nice clean lines and fun, fresh colors, and I can be really clear and upfront about what I want.
Great, so should we head out back?
I don't even think we need to go outside. I actually wanted to start by showing you a few clippings, just to give you a sense of where I'm coming from. Oh, don't panic. I'm not going to make you go through this whole thing.
I'm not panicked.
I might have a little issue with clipping. My husband would say it's pathological, but we all have our little quirks, don't we? Some people like to spend real money on imaginary sports teams betting, and some people put pictures out of the garden magazines. Really, which one causes more harm at the end of the day? Anyway, this is just to give you an idea of where I'm coming from.
10 quick fixes for tricky front porches.
Oh, you know HGTV, they love a cute list.
6 hot mulches that need to spread right now.
Oh, I just put that one for this picture. I didn't even read that article.
What magazine did you say this was from?
Oh, HGTV?
I was under the impression that was a television show.
Channel. Television channel with many different shows on it. But this is their affiliated magazine. I have to say, I'm surprised you don't read HGTV.
No, I don't.
Even though you're in the business.
I am not in this business.
Oh, well. I mean, I'm sure it must seem lightweight to you. Really, I just get it for the pictures. And also, because I have a personal connection, my carry that same color right down to these little flowers here. I can't remember what they're called.
Pansies.
Oh, yes. Right? That is such a unique touch. Oh, and here, I love what they did with this rounded hedge. Isn't that different? And then we pick up the same curve right here in this wrought iron accent bench. I have to tell you, I am just dying for a wrought iron accent bench. I love how it's so modern and so old-fashioned at the same time. That's pretty much number one on my wish list, a wrought iron accent bench.
I don't do furniture.
Oh, no? Okay, that's okay. I guess I was just thinking an accent bench is exactly the kind of focal piece that would really boost our curb appeal.
Oh, curb appeal.
Oh, yes, not that we're looking to move. My husband and I, we love this house. We love this neighborhood. But, if we ever did want to sell that, I wouldn't want to do anything to hurt our resale value. Like, for example, I don't know if you noticed on your way in, the first house on the right, my neighbor Beth's house. To be fair, she has had just the hardest year between you and me. Her husband left her and she's really been struggling, so that's why her yard, I say yard, but really it's more of a hayfield at this point. My husband Bill was mowing it for her at first, but then I guess he felt like he couldn't continue with that activity, so eventually we all just had to be okay with having a big prairie right at the entrance to the cul-de-sac. And oh my goodness, the deer, it's attracting the hordes of deer. My neighbor Pam is totally flipped out about the deer.
Well, sure. A healthy goat can take out a shrub in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, I think it's diseases that are more Pam's concern. Lyme and the other ones deer takes carry. Anyway, not that you would put in a prairie on purpose, but that's pretty much my only concern. I don't want to do anything to negatively impact resale value. I want natural, but neat. That's special, but typical. Just a really fun, really welcoming outdoor space so that anyone who pulls up into our driveway gets practically knocked on their ass with curb appeal. So does that sound?
Can I tell you a little bit about my philosophy on landscaping, Carol?
Oh, right.
Can I call you Carol?
Sure. That's
Great. Let me tell you a little bit about a word that I hate. A word that I hate to even speak with my lips and tongue. A word that I would like to eradicate from human speech along with the object it represents. A word, Carol, that you have used a number of times in our conversation already. That word, Carol, is curb. What is a curb? A curb is a blade that cuts a deep gash into the flesh of the earth and splits it off from the rest of the soil. Once, long ago, the earth was a single body, and threaded through it was a vast web of microfungus, delicate glistening structures invisible to the naked eye, that stretched over hundreds of thousands of miles across the entire North American landmass. The biggest, largest organism ever to exist on Earth. Fast forward a couple hundred years, and that landmass has been hacked to bits. Yard, curb, roadway, curb, parking lot, median strip, Panera, curb. Every single parcel of land, isolated, desiccated, starved. My philosophy on landscaping, Carol, is that I will take your dead, dismembered yard, and I will restore it to a semblance of the once lush primeval forest that once stood where we stand right now.
Okay. Can you Do you have a picture of what that would look like?
Let me paint you a word picture, Carol. Imagine you step out of your French doors to a fragrant paradise. Green carpets below, sun-dappled canopies above. Blueberries, thimbleberries, huckleberries on all sides that just fall into your cupped palm with the slightest touch. Imagine cherries at eye level, chestnuts swaying overhead. Imagine the dewy leaves of a pawpaw tree bending down to brush your cheek as you pass.
What is a pawpaw tree?
Pawpaw tree, native fruit tree. Simple leaves, weeping habit, large, globular hanging fruit.
Globular.
Cross between a parsnip and a papaya. Oh yeah, I would put a whole grove of pawpaw back there. Probably up about that, where that blighted sapling is now.
Okay.
And below that, cascading down that slope, a lush green understory teeming with beneficial insects, worms, and beetles.
Teeming.
Yes, scurrying through lush understories. Hogna, foxglove, all fruit, bladderwort, hawkweed, and milkfish.
Milkfish.
Yes, Carol. And I can make this fantasy a reality, and I am ready to start right now.
Okay, I'm sorry, but wouldn't the ground covers, the bladderwort and milk vetch compete with the lawn?
There will be no lawn.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna rip out your lawn.
What?
First thing.
Oh, no, I could never. I love that lawn. That lawn is the only nice thing about my yard.
That lawn is slowly suffocating the earth. It's coming out.
Oh, okay, wait, I'm just trying to figure out if you could possibly, I mean, in principle, I am not opposed to an all-natural concept as long as it doesn't get out of hand. I mean, I love cherries. I don't see why I couldn't come to love pawpaw. I mean, it's one thing if your husband leaves you and you can't get your act together to mow, and it's another thing to tear up a perfectly nice lawn for no reason. What would the girls think of me?
What girls?
The other girls.
Are you referring to some kind of Girl Scout club?
No, I mean my neighbors who live with me here on the cul-de-sac.
You mean women?
Yes, I mean, close, so we call ourselves girls.
So just so I understand your preferred terms, you're women, but you call yourselves girls.
That's right. Anyway, my point is, I just wouldn't feel right not checking with them first before I put a new concept into my yard.
It's not a new concept, it's the oldest concept in the world.
Well, it's new to this area. I wouldn't want to disrupt the neighborhood by bringing in something so outside the box.
Carol, I think you're underestimating yourself. There's an energy coming out of this room, out of your... I felt it actually the second I stepped out of my truck. I think you're more open to this idea than you know. I can sense in a woman's hair and skin when she's ready to receive this idea. What hair and skin are so... I don't know, Carol. I think you're very, very...
I'm just afraid.
Don't be.
I'm afraid it would be devastating to her.
No, Carol! I never want to hear the words curve out of your pretty mouth again.
I need to think about this. I don't want to make any rash decisions.
Where are you going?
Why don't we plan to check back at the end of the week after I've had time to run all this by Bill and
Sorry, where are you going?
to
I didn't realize you had anything else to do today.
Well, I do. My job.
Sure. What is it you do?
I'm in compliance.
With what?
No, I work in the compliance department of Ealing Shear.
The pharmaceutical company.
Oh, yes, you're familiar.
A little bit. Might have changed myself to your perimeter once or twice.
Right, you were part of the... Sure, okay.
Shame about all those babies born without hearts.
Now, they were not born without hearts, they were born with heart defects, correctable defects, and those victims were extravagantly compensated.
Okay.
Look, Diane, in the spirit of being really clear and upfront, I think I should say, I don't think this is going to work out.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but thank you so much for your time. It's been very educational learning about your yard forest.
No, wait. You don't want to make any rash decisions.
Well, I know, I just think I could just save us both the time.
Sure, but you don't want to make any decisions before you check the bill.
We don't need to check that. I am absolutely sure this is not what I want.
Right, but I haven't even told you about how much you're going to save on your heating and cooling bills.
You're not used to hearing the word no, are you, Diane?
You know what, Carol? I'm not.
Well, welcome to New Jersey. I'm sorry I'm late for work.
That was some serious resistance. I must have miscalculated. I thought I was coming in when the line was weakest, but clearly I picked the toughest nut to crack first. It's cool. I'll fan out and hit the blade. Work the pins of the knee. Knock out the other three first, and then when her defenses are down, pick off my little friend. Now, I'm a demigod, not a superhero. I can't force women to do what I want. I need compliance from my acolytes. So I'm gonna hang back. Let them marinate in my nearness for a while until they think I'm their own best idea.
Beth, hi! I scared you. I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's okay. I just didn't see you there.
Well, I wouldn't have come around back except I didn't know if you still used your front door.
We do use it.
I'm sorry.
No, but that's okay. I was just about to open his in. You want a glass?
No, thanks, I really don't.
I had such a day. I spent the whole morning putting out fires and Bill called it.
Hey, you never work, huh? I noticed a truck in the driveway.
Oh, yeah, no, I was going to, but then I decided not to right now.
Oh, you didn't like her, the gardener?
Oh, no. She just, yeah, we weren't a good match.
Oh, okay.
I might have to sell my house.
I don't know, it's not clear.
Oh, no, I sure hope not. That would be so sad.
Oh, I get so lost in your guys' house. I mean, come on, is this my house?
Well, the perils of identical floor plans.
What?
Oh,
Right, that's so funny. That could never happen outside.
that's right, that is funny.
So, we still get together on Saturday, all girls?
Sunday.
Sunday. bird. Hey, Carol, I will see you Sunday. Probably waiting for it. No, I know, it's not clear. That's so sad. I don't want to, but I don't know how I can hold on to it. It just seems like there's less and less money every day.
That's the thing about having no income.
How that man could leave you without making adequate provision, that is unspeakable to me.
That's
how it
It
is.
is.
I mean, you cannot let him get away with this, honey. What that man has done to you is against the law.
Well, I don't think it's technically against the law.
By any law of God or man, that man is a criminal.
I'm not angry at him.
Well, that's
You should
okay. That's
be.
okay.
You should be on freaking fire.
Look, we all have to handle things in our own way, don't we?
All right, but, I mean, what is it for? Commitment. I mean, what are we marrying each other for? Shits and giggles? He took from you, honey. Only to vaporize without so much as a thank you note?
No.
When I think of what you did for him, I mean, every day of his life, but especially on the darkest night in recent memory, we're all down there huddled in my basement, and where is he? Out in the driveway, tarped in his boat like a frickin' child, refusing to shelter in place, as instructed, and we'll have to go out and get him.
That's right.
That is commitment, showing up for people when the shit hits the fan. That man owes you his frickin' life, and he just turns and walks away.
I know there's reasons.
Oh, please, what justifiable reason could he possibly have? And may I also say, he's clearly a sociopath. Not one GD email, never calling once to inquire after the woman who risked her life to save him? Pam, I'm just saying.
And you're right, but anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you made some good points.
No. I'm sorry.
Well, the main thing is, it's going to be okay. You are stronger than you even know.
Thanks, Carol.
It's true, Beth. I can still picture you out there in that storm, giving that man a fireman's license.
That's right.
That was so amazing.
You're very powerful.
Well, everyone was powerful that night. Pam most of all. Oh,
That's
true,
right.
Pam's
Amazing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Pam. You know you were the hero of that storm.
You saved us.
You and your tricked out disaster speed.
I honestly don't know why everybody doesn't reinforce their basement. It's the simplest thing, and you never know when you're gonna need a refuge.
Simplest thing. You have a police scanner under your wet bar.
You gotta keep up with the scanners. That's where all the news is.
I remember you had the Weather Channel coming into your Bluetooth, a flashlight in one hand, a Fresca in the other, and you still managed to keep those kids under control.
Please, I would not do that again with those kids. First rule in the new disaster plan, kids to my sister-in-laws in Pennsylvania. Remember the sound that came out of those two when we lost the lights in the frickin' Xbox night?
You would have thought they'd been hit by a fallen tree.
And the sound that came out of you when the cordless phone died.
Never again. That's why I had a panic button installed. It could be raining nuclear waste and that thing would still work.
Remember when it looked like the surge was going to cross Ocean Avenue? It was scary for a second there.
I remember.
I was so sure we were going to lose everything we had.
But then remember the next morning, when the power was still down and we were still digging out, and Dan rolled the grill into the middle of the cul-de-sac, and he cooked everybody breakfast in his boxer shorts.
Dan will be Dan.
Bring out your perishables! Everyone bring out your perishables!
So fun.
Do you really need to be out there grilling in your briefs?
What are you talking about barely know these people? After you go through something like that, your family.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as together.
Except Bill. Right, except Bill.
Well, only because he missed the last train.
Right, only because he missed the last train and got stuck in the city through no fault of his own.
I was so sad that this last train got stuck in the city.
Let's go all together. Yes, it was. It was very sad. More coffee.
I'm gonna be up
No,
now.
you know, I know, but I can't. All my life I've drunk 6 cups of coffee a day, and now all of a sudden on cup 2, I'm getting these stabbing stomach pains.
That's not good.
It's like I woke up one morning 10 years older than I was the night before.
That's how it matters.
You know, the other day, I injured myself eating a carrot.
No.
I was sitting at my desk and I was eating this carrot, and I guess it was kind of a fibrous carrot, but not so much as you noticed. I was chewing along, and I turned my head sort of quickly to look at something, and I injured myself. I mean, seriously, I'm in PT for this injury.
Is it painful?
It's painful and it's humiliating. I mean, what kind of story is that to tell? Hey, how'd you hurt yourself? Well, I was eating a carrot and I turned my head.
We're weak. We're weak and we're old. It's all downhill from here.
You know what it is? We don't do for ourselves enough.
That's right.
We're helpless. Weak and soft as people.
Well, I'm not helpless, and I'm trying not to be weak. I'm on the tier 10 plan with my guy Zane at Equinox. I still can't bring in the groceries without my joints hurting.
I heard myself meditating the other day.
How? How, honey? You sure you're doing it right?
I was all clenched up like you're supposed to be, with your arms and your legs crossed, and my eyes were screwed tight. I was focusing really hard on my syllable. And I don't know, after I sat like that for like 50 minutes, I could barely get up.
Your problem is the clenching.
She's right, and you're supposed to relax when you meditate.
I don't think so. That's not what the article said.
Well, you should see someone about it, and don't wait, and don't walk around on it. You know who you should see? My guy Fernaz. He's the best acuhypno-chiro in town.
You should see an orthopedist. I'm sure it just works sometimes.
Or it'll cause a domino effect through your entire body, and you'll end up riding a jazzy around Trader Joe's. Don't wait.
We're weak. That's what it is. You know, when I think of what my grandmother, God rest her soul, went through, and I was in Abruzzo, which was very difficult country, but right here in America, what the women did in those days, the effort, the physical labor just to get the simplest things done, I mean, it killed them young, but at least they knew how to do for themselves. They had skills.
I don't have skills.
Nobody has skills.
I don't have any skills.
I have skills.
I don't have any skills, and that's why I'm calling your gardener, Carol.
Oh, no. Not seriously.
I didn't garden. That's not like you.
No, I didn't hire her.
She hated it.
Oh, I didn't hate her, for goodness sake. She just, she wasn't a good fit for the neighborhood. I'm desperate, you guys. I haven't mowed my lawn in like 12 weeks.
We know.
Well, don't call that person if you're looking to fix your lawn. She's against lawns. She wouldn't even talk to me about them. She's not even a real gardener. She's more like a forest ranger.
What, like a Smokey the Bear fight?
Sort of. It was really the most ridiculous conversation. She stood right here in this kitchen and told me she was going to rip out my lawn and plant a primitive forest there instead.
A forest permaculture?
Those may have been her words.
Carol, that's crazy. I've just been thinking about permaculture, and now here you are doing it right in my own backyard?
No, I'm not doing permaculture. It was all just a big
What
misunderstanding.
is permaculture? Does everybody know what this is but me?
I know. It's some kind of ancient forest ritual.
No. Permaculture is a kind of garden that mimics the natural ecosystem. Each plant in the permaculture has its own role and function, and everything you plant in it can be
fighter.
Yes, I know things. I told you, I have skills. This is my whole thing. You know, I used to live on a permaculture commune back in the day. But if it's on your radar, Carol, it must be more on trend than I even knew. Maybe this should be my next pitch for the sustainability sidebar.
But you're not saying, I mean, you wouldn't put that kind of thing in a magazine.
If Lizette will go for it.
Oh, Renee, no! The last thing I want to see when I open my nice copy of the HGTV is pictures of milk batching Paul. What the hell is Paul? Oh, I don't know. It's some kind of cactus or mango.
No. Pawpaw is an indigenous fruit tree. It used to grow all over this country, but no one really plants it anymore because its fruits look like big swollen glands. And so, you know.
Exactly.
No, it's a wonderful native species and it deserves to make a comeback. She does pawpaws? I'm gonna call this woman.
Oh, please, no!
You know, I have to say, I don't know if I'm so hot and having big glands swinging in my window.
No, Pam, you of all people would love permaculture. It's all about producing the maximum amount of fruits and veggies so you can feed your family off the grid. Very DIY.
I mean, I do want to feed my family off the grid. And it's true, the more DIY you are these days, the better off you'll be when the shit hits the fan. I don't know, you think I should call her?
You know what? Call her. All of you, call her. Call her. But full disclosure, not only did she threaten to destroy my lawn, she also hit on me.
Are you sure?
Oh, so she was,
Oh, yes, she was.
How do you know she was hitting?
Oh, well, what do you mean? How do I know? I know.
Did she talk dirty to you?
What? No.
Well, did she flash you some kind of signal? They sometimes use signals.
Granted, it's been a while, but I think I'm still capable of discerning when someone's hitting on me.
Well, did she know you were married?
Oh, I mentioned it several times.
Well, I do not approve of that behavior. Gay, not gay.
Maybe you just, don't take this the wrong way, Carol, but maybe you just imagined it.
I did not imagine it.
Well, I'm not questioning your experience, but it does seem kind of a cliche, the straight married woman assuming the lesbian service person is hitting on her. I mean, you know, when I was with Nadine and we used to go to the bars back in Providence.
Yes, well, you know, honey, we know. In college, you were a big lesbian, and you did a lot of bad things, and everybody was afraid of you. We know, we know.
I was going to say that Nadine would often be misread as hostile when in reality she was just gender non-conforming. But I didn't realize I was bringing up the subject so much. I will try to be more mindful.
Oh, Renee, you really don't bring it up that often.
No, you don't, honey. I'm just kidding.
I kid. I always like hearing stories about that time in your life.
Me too.
All right, I'm fine. It's fine, everybody. I'm fine.
So anyway, what exactly did she say to you regarding me?
And she said I had a pretty mouth.
That's nice.
Yeah, nice, but it could really go either way, right, Renee?
She said it with a tone. She said it with a sexy tone.
I'm sure she did, honey.
Yeah. Either way, it's nice to get a compliment, right?
I guess.
But I think I can feel safe calling her. I'm sure she's not going to violate me out of her sheer animal lesbianism.
Okay, stop it.
I agree, honey. You have a very pretty mouth, and I also am not going to violate you.
Right, stop it, you two.
Come on, Renee.
It's fine. We're kidding. Let me get her number.
You know, I don't even think I kept it. Probably just
802-655-437. I read it off the side of her truck.
harvesting out there. That steep grade, I don't know why I didn't see it before. I'm guessing the soil is in decent condition, probably a little acidic. Nothing a little wood ash won't fix.
You are speaking my language.
Yes, I'm fairly experienced in this area. There was a time in my life when almost everything I consumed I grew with my own two hands. I know you wouldn't guess it to look at me now.
I try not to make assumptions about people based on their appearance.
Me either. Well, I want the whole ride. I want cover crops, I want chickens,
I do not do livestock.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure I can source my own chickens somewhere. The woman I used to live with after college, Nadine, she was an urban homesteader, and she taught me that certain plants thrive in the company of certain others. It's called companion planting, right?
Right.
Well, I want the whole ride, you know? I am prepared to turn my entire outdoor space into a high-yield polyculture, or maybe even a carbon-zero organic farm.
Okay. Let's take things one step at a time. I should probably start by getting some measurements. My measure tape is in the truck.
As a matter of fact, we were lovers, Nadine and I.
Good for you.
I tell my son, I say, you could do everything right, everything they tell you to do, and you still might not be lucky in this life.
That's right.
My daughter's head's strong. She doesn't listen. But my son, he's softer. I tried hard for those kids. I worked my ass off to get those kids. And I mean, I guess it was worth it. But also, who knows if anything's worth it, you know? Sometimes I look at them and... How about you? What, think your life's been worth it? You made good choices when you look back on it?
I feel pretty good about what I've done.
Well, that's it, isn't it? No matter what happens, you want to be able to look back and say, I did my best. Came at me, I knocked back over the net best I could. Yeah, I'd say I'm about 60-40 that way. I'm basically comfortable. There's things I do different. But now, here's the other thing. I tell my son all the time, it's not too late. Till God takes your last breath, it's not too late to change your plans. Don't be afraid to be very bold in that direction.
That's right.
You don't like where you've ended up, particular path you're walking, you turn around. Or you step off that path, make your own way through. You know, for a while I had a business out of my home, doing inspirational books on softwoods and fine breakables. It wasn't lucrative. My husband didn't love it. I eventually had to give it up, but it gave me a lot of pleasure coming up with the things to say. I have a knack for that sort of phrasing. And I got emails from people all over the world who said that the products really spoke to them, often in difficult times.
I'm sure.
With the internet, it's incredible nowadays where you could reach people. I sent items to Japan once. I sent to Guam.
Wow.
It's like Guam is to us what Pennsylvania was when we were kids, right? So my neighbor was telling me all about your pawpaw forest, and I'm definitely interested. I mean, I'll need to hear the details, but here's the thing. I had a little something else in mind. Now, it's not going to seem practical or related, but I have always dreamed of having my own Italian garden, just like the one in the mural outside Delphini's. You know, the deli on Front Street.
I don't think
You haven't been to Delphini's? What's the matter with you? How long have you been in this town you haven't been to Delphini's? I am shocked. Diane, I am scandalized, truly. It is not to patronize that place. It's a local family place. You gotta get your blood in there.
I do. I will.
First of all, it is delicious. Best delicatessen this side of the world. And the prepared foods, so authentic. Plus the service. Well, anyway, and they have this painting. Now, I personally have never been to Italy. I'm full-blooded Italian. Mother's side, Abruzzo, father's side, Napoli. But they met in the States at a USO dance. But it's a whole story. Now, my husband has been to Italy several times on business, but I personally have never been. And I was thinking, well, in case I never do get to go, what I would love is to have my own little Italian garden, just like the one in Delphini's, with the hanging vines and the roses and the fountains, the whole nine. So that way, in case I never get to go, I could still look out my window while I'm doing the dishes and see my own little miniature version of it right there. And I thought, well, you know, you're just gonna tear everything up anyway. Well, I mean, I understand you might have to compromise, you know, swap out a rose for a walk here and there, but maybe you could incorporate at least some of what's in the painting.
Maybe.
Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you.
I can at least take a look.
And I am not kidding you, Diane. You've got to get into Delphini's. And you know what you had your first time there is a play. And on your way in, take a look at the painting. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a painting of a forest. It's a painting of a Mediterranean palazzo. But maybe a teeny piece of it could be mine. It's just me, so I can have it any way I want. And I want a fairy garden.
Oh, the what?
I want a leafy bower, like it says in the poem.
Sorry, what room?
I want you to plant the kind of flowers that attract fairies. I want to lay my head on a bed of mosses and make singing sleep. You can do that, right?
I'm not one of those girls who are always dreaming about the wedding, not like some of the girls who play bride all the time. When it got close to the actual day, I realized I really cared about it. It really mattered to me. Not that it was perfect or anything, just that it was final, complete, you know? And that stone was rolled over the top. Because even though I never, ever, I always thought I might if I wasn't careful. And I had to be very careful every second and never let my guard down. So then I just started to see how great it was going to be to let scaffold me. So I didn't have to hold myself so hard anymore. Scott's a big guy. He was always with the team, and I'm just as tight. So, according to the custom, we were going to stay apart that last night. But then as we were leaving the rehearsal dinner, and that was at this really nice little Greek place in town, well, all of a sudden, I had this very, very strong feeling come over me like, don't leave me! Don't leave me! Because inside me was a box, and I knew if I was left alone, even for one night, that lid might fly off, and then all the leather-winged wildness would swarm out, and I would never be able to get that back in again. So, I was screaming a little outside the Greek place, because I felt so strongly about it, you know? I think I was making a little scene. And then I saw this look pass through Scott's eyes at that moment. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to see that look again. But his mom calmed me down, and I took a few beta blockers, and I really was so relieved to see Scott waiting for me the next day. We all kept breaking into a little run down the aisle towards me. It really was such a pretty place for a wedding. Big green lawn, and oh, she was so blue and calm. I could see a little painted glass. Barely a wave rippling the surface.
One down! Oh, man, these women are a workout, am I right? Back in the day, they were swoon at the mere sight of me. No back talk, no wish list, just, oh, Diane, kisses and most me God. You're kind as reeds in the wind of your desire. But there's more than one way to coax a woman out of her comfort zone. Initiating phase 2. The guard. Come now. Sprout. Sorrow. Leap from the soil and spread. Tender mountain meat. Send your fragrance wafting through all four French doors. Dissolve their resistance and bring on my success. Faster! Faster!
Doesn't it smell incredible out there? So pretty.
I hate it.
Oh, Carol.
I hate how it smells. I hate how it looks. I'm sorry, I just hate it. I hate it so much.
You have to admit, honey, it's not exactly the garden of Eden.
I mean, I know it's a little outside the box, but this is how permaculture is supposed to look.
It looks like the side of Route 95 in Secaucus.
Well, it's a natural ecosystem. Natural ecosystems are
Hideous.
I was going to say heterogeneous. Well, permaculture is not about different accents.
All right, okay, Renee. But regardless of what you think about our accents, you have to admit, there's something off about that dynamic.
What do you mean by off?
I mean, who gets hired to do over your yard, then goes out and installs a bunch of nasty looking whatever that has nothing to do with anything on your wish list?
Oh, thank you.
And it all ruined so fast, before anyone could object. I wake up one morning and there's a bunch of trees out there sprouting big green balls right at me. Right here. Which, P.S., are not only ugly as sin, but are also a serious safety hazard.
How can pawpaw be a safety hazard?
Because, Renee, when I look at those hanging fruits, all I see is them snapping off in a gale force wind, hurtling around my deck like deadly projectiles.
Okay, that's insane.
Is it? Remember that pine tree that got torn up at the roots and torpedoed through the roof of my shed like a javelin? Innocent things turn into deadly weapons in a storm. And by the way, there's a big one brewing in the forecast, you know.
Another storm right now?
That's right. I mean, there's always one brewing somewhere. This one's currently down in the Gulf of Mexico, but I'm keeping my eye on it just in case. In the meantime, I got a yard full of sticks and brambles I gotta tie back before they stab an innocent pet or child.
Well, why don't you just call her and tell her you want it all ripped out?
I should. I know. I don't know why I don't.
No, wait. Before you rip anything out, I just wish you could see what I see out there. Look at how the crabapple shelters the wild carrot. See how the comfrey clusters around the base of the chestnut. It's so intertwined. It's so satisfying. I mean, you can't get the full effect just looking out a window. Why don't we all go outside and walk around, you know?
No.
And
No, I don't want to go outside. We're right in the middle of coffee.
okay, well maybe after coffee. I could give you a little garden tour. You know, maybe we could just walk around and maybe Diane didn't take the time to explain it all to you, but she and I work pretty closely together out there on the lake hills. You've got serviceberry, you've got sunchoke, and you won't believe how low May it all is. I mean, no mowing, no watering. It's like hiring Mother Nature to do your yard work for you for free. That's my headline. With a pen.
Oh, Renee, no!
I'm pitching her tomorrow, Carol.
Oh, Renee, how could you? I mean, you can see with your own two eyes. This kind of thing belongs nowhere near your magazine.
I'm actually, green is huge industry-wide right now.
Renee, I'm speechless. I just don't understand this at all.
You know, Carol, I get this is not your thing. But I believe that our readers in general are ready to shift towards more progressive content.
Oh, no, we're not. I am your reader, and I'm telling you, I'm not shifting.
Okay, well, I think you may not be typical.
Oh, yes, I am. I am 100% typical. I don't mean to be harsh, but Renee, if you destroy this thing that I love, it will kill me. Your magazine is my greatest pleasure, Renee. Your magazine's my deepest comfort. I mean, what else is a person supposed to do at night if she can't get in a bed and open that glossy cover and gaze into those clean, immaculate landscapes in my head? And it's not. I can't. How can you guys do it? Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I said that.
No, no.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No. Listen, just forget it. Let's talk about something else.
It's a family right here.
Talk about it. Okay. So how often?
Well, we try not to let it get less than once a week, Dan and I. Things happen.
Once a week?
Right, I should be so lucky.
No, I mean, Anthony and I do it once a day.
What? Once a day.
I mean, we do it every stinking day. After gets his juice, and goes to work. It's no big production, there's no bubble baths involved. We just get it done. It's called taking care of business.
God damn. That is truly amazing.
How did I not know this about you?
I don't know. I implemented it a few years back to keep from, Hayden's guts.
Right.
One day I just realized, when I look at this man, I need to think, this is the guy I'm sleeping with. Not, this is the guy whose string cheese wrappers I'm pulling from between the couch cushions. It's just practical.
God, Pam, you should write a book.
I know, I should.
You should. You make $1 million.
I know. Anyways, it's not a big sacrifice. He's always been very attractive to me, and I think it's fair to say he feels the same. That's why I always dress. He likes me in natural prints.
That's a natural print.
It's animal.
What kind of animal is that, Grammy?
It's leopard.
It's ice blue.
It's snow leopard. Do I judge you in swoopy tunics and the way you choose to live your life?
This is Eileen Fisher Cashmere.
Girls, please, all this conflict. I just want us to have a nice coffee like always. Which, speaking of, where's Beth? She's probably lost out there in the underbrush somewhere.
I'm sure she just got her days mixed up again.
I don't know. I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say. I think that Diane's tossed a little more than Beth's topsoil, if you know what I'm saying.
What? You don't mean, why would you say that?
Because I saw Diane's truck parked in her driveway the other night, late.
You're
Impossible. I don't know, it makes a kind of sense. They're both edgy.
I mean, you don't think she's... not right now.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh my God.
You think Beth's edgy? What's edgy about Beth?
No, just that she's a kook.
Yeah, but still, I don't see what's in it for her.
I don't know. Say what you will about that Diane. You have to admit she's got a charisma.
No, I don't see what's in it for Diane.
Oh, that's not a very nice thing to say about your friend Beth.
Maybe not.
Your friend Beth is an attractive person.
Well, of course, I don't mean she's not attractive. I just mean she's, a little slow.
Renee!
I mean, not really slow. I mean, not in a bad way. I just mean she's, weak.
Oh, I don't see that.
Oh, come on, Pam. We all know Beth is weak. And she's submissive, and that's why Scott left her. We all know it, we just don't say it.
You don't have spinning with her. You don't see her in spinning on that machine. She's very aggressive, like a wolf. And anyway, so what if she's weak? That's not why Scott left her. Scott left her because Scott is the kind of a-hole that gets married to suck a woman dry, and he took everything Beth had, and the second she was empty, he left.
Yeah, but that's my point. I mean, I don't see what's in it for Diane. What's the appeal? She's empty. What's in it for her?
What's the matter with you?
No, I'm just trying to put two and two together.
Yeah, why don't you stop trying to work out who ends up with who, and let other people's math be their own business, eh? Why don't you try that?
I just can't imagine why she would take an interest in someone she has nothing in common with at all.
Listen to what I'm about to say to you. You take your gratitude where you can get it. That's my opinion. You know how people live in this world? People are bums on the street. People have Ebola. People eat sticks with nothing to cover their naked hinds. And you? Your place is a palace, your husband's devoted. Do not throw all of that away for a frickin' yard worker.
She is not just some yard worker.
That is becoming clearer and clearer to me by the day. let me tell you. Something very dark and unfortunate going on with that Diane. Can't put my finger on it, but I tell you, I don't care for it. What kind of person comes into town and whips everyone up into a frenzy like this? What kind of a person doesn't even stop into Delphini's after they get a very specific recommendation? Be careful, Renee, that's all I'm saying. Don't sacrifice everything you have.
Thank you for coming out with such short notice.
Of course.
Especially with the storm coming. I'm worried about the Morris Grouper. Its root ball isn't deeply established yet.
Wait, no, sorry. What storm?
The storm that's headed up the coast. You haven't heard about the storm that's coming?
I guess I didn't.
I don't know how you could have missed it. I mean, it's all over the news. It seems like we just recovered from one, and now here comes another. But I guess that's the new normal, right?
I guess.
But, you know, it's just so terrible, and I don't know. They don't expect us to make landfall until tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm saying you're fine for now. You don't have to hurry off. Can I offer you a lemonade or a bourbon or...
No, thanks, I'm okay.
Well, I mean, you don't mind if I...
Oh, no, go ahead.
You know, it's a miracle what you made for us out there. I was telling my neighbors, and they have never experienced anything like it. It's like I can feel the earth breathing. Of course, they hate it.
They do.
They despise what they do not understand. I mean, you must have had to work through a lot of resistance to get in the door with those two.
I guess I did.
My sympathies. I know how it goes.
Do you?
Do I? Do I know what it's like to sell progressive ideas to a bunch of risk-averse straight white women? I am an editor at HGTV Magazine, Diane. Yes, I know.
Right.
Actually, I had my own little encounter with that kind of thing this morning. When I pitched you to my executive editor.
You pitched me to HGTV Magazine.
As a matter of fact, I did.
And how did that go?
Ugh, not well. I mean, I guess in retrospect, it's obvious. You know, but the garden, I mean, ooh, it's just so. So I went in there, guns a-blazing, like, you know, I was not going to walk out of that office until you were on the cover of the next big backyard issue.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I'd start out personally, you know, without getting specifics. You know, I started showing her photos of our yards on my phone. I was doing my best impression of Pam yelling about sticks and brambles, and she's laughing her ass off. She's like, Renee, I just love hearing stories about you out there on that cul-de-sac. And I had to be like, no, Lizette, I mean, I want us to consider this for outdoor living. And she was like, this? But I kept it rolling, super positive. Permaculture, yard of the future, heal your garden, heal the planet. And I was like, wait until you meet Diane in person. The way she talks about these ideas makes you want to run outside and rip your yard out with your bare hands. And she was like, whoa, okay. I'm trying to find the smile factor in all of this. You know our reader, Renee. You know what kind of content she comes to us for. And I wanted to be like, yes, Lizette. I know our reader. I looked her in the fucking eye, and frankly, I think we're failing her. Permaculture is good. People should do it. And if they think it's ugly, they need their eyes opened. And who better to open their eyes than us? 4.8 million Americans come to us. They read us like holy scripture each month. If only 1 out of 1,000 of them And now, she was like visibly uncomfortable. Because even though I never raised my voice, not once in 11 years in that office, I could see in her eyes that she always thought somehow I might. And so she said, "Renee, I love your passion. Your authenticity is such an asset to us. But this feels really outside the box. I'm going to say let's table it for now. And, why don't you go and circle back and look at those dream deck ideas?" I didn't even tell him I was leaving. I just walked out of the office. I caught the 246. I came home and I got down in the garden. And then I called you.
I'm glad you did.
On one hand, fuck her. Fuck her. But on the other hand, this is precisely how I've made myself valuable to the organization. I can shine any shit up. I can break any shit down. I am the queen of making it uncontrollable, adorable. I have lied in print about everything from mulch to weeds to pesticides. Our current issue is about this bee guy. This bee guy. He will come to your house or your apartment, and install a swarm of bees. Thereby bringing helpful pollinators into your neighborhood. But also filling your balcony with fucking bees. Who's going to do that? Who in their right mind, let alone one of our readers, is actually going to hire this guy? You should have seen what I did. You should have seen him coming out of the smoke. He had a tan that no one has. It's not real. The sun can't do that. His arms were just huge. He looked like an Adonis. And after that story ran, he got 6,000 new followers.
I want new followers.
Everybody does. So then what? So you can share content? What does that mean, share content? What is content? What does that mean?
I don't know.
What am I going to do? Quit my job? Quit my job? I worked my ass off to get that job. I'm a thought leader in my industry. I supervise a team of 12. I am the highest ranking woman on the masthead of any shelter magazine in North America. What am I going to do? Piss it all away? Nadine used to say that I would be the head of a Fortune 500 company someday. She didn't mean that as a compliment. She also used to say, you can either live as a coward or you can live in your truth. That was the last thing she ever said to me.
In my experience, it's hard to move through the world if you don't show people all of who you are.
In my experience, it's extremely easy. How long are you gonna make me wait?
Oh!
Do it. Tear me apart.
Halfway there.
Of course, if they're shutting down the trains, crash with Mike.
No, there's no bunnies, there's bunnies. Well, they're gonna eat the bunnies. Tell them to eat the fucking bunnies. Stand up to your children, Anthony.
No, I'll be fine.
Listen. Are you out of the land ball yet? All right, well, call me when you are. Anthony?
Bill? Hello?
Hello? Damn it, honey.
Service is out. I know. It's going to be okay.
I hate this. Shut up all that satellite phone. They had one at Best Buy on sale just last week. I was looking at it. You should just bought it. I was looking right at it. You should always just buy it.
It's going to be okay.
No, I hate not being in touch.
I know.
Good father, they're fine, they're almost at his own.
So you want a little bottle of wine or something?
I'm really not in a drinking mood, honey.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this isn't a cozy night for me. Besides, we really should go check on the other girls.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
Why are you sure?
Well, both their houses are completely dark. They're probably not even home.
Well, what more reason to check on them? Especially Beth. I haven't laid eyes on Beth in days.
Oh, Beth's fine. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's fine. You said that she's aggressive like a wolf.
Maybe it's spinning, but everybody's vulnerable in a storm. I think we should go check on them now before it gets any worse out there.
Go ahead. I just really don't feel like going outside.
What was that?
What?
There. Where? Something big and dark just ran past the window.
I'm sure it was probably just a deer looking for shelter.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. 101.5 just said they upgraded it to Category 4.
When I say it's going to be okay, I really mean there's nothing we can do about this.
Well, I don't think there's nothing we can do. I'm gonna go get my allergens together.
Sorry, Pam, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. I was on my way back to the job site. It's so crazy. My truck died. Yeah, took me by surprise. Came on fast, didn't it?
That's how it goes nowadays. We only get 5 minutes between the first alert and the evac notice.
Do you have any lemonade or bourbon?
What is it with you people and drinking during emergency?
No, it's cool.
No, Diane, I do not have a selection of beverages available to you at this time. If you don't mind, I don't need to be rude. I'm sweating crisis over here.
You know, Pam, you don't have to be scared.
Oh, I'm not scared. We've been through all of this before. We got knocked down, but we built it right back up just the same.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why would you do that? It's like a child playing with blocks.
Like a, what? Excuse me? A child? These are people's homes and businesses, Diane. People need their homes and businesses.
Yes, but isn't it possible that a storm like this is trying to tell you something? Don't you think you should let it affect you?
Affect me? That storm changed my whole fucking life. Every single thing since then. Every choice, every decision. I had a stationary bike in my medium room. Why? So I could work on my guns of steel? No, so I could power my power pedal phone charger. I got a gallon of bleach and a vial of iodine stashed in all the bags. I got go bags, both SUVs. I worry about the weather every stinking day. So I think it has affected me. Deeply. Diane.
Scarecrow! I think I'm gonna miss you most of all.
What are you talking about?
Your pure of heart You know it, Betty.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Go ahead, press your panic button. That's what makes you feel safe. I did take the precaution of disabling it earlier. I guess you might want to wriggle out of our date with Destiny. Truly, Pam, I have the utmost respect for you and your plans and your tactics. It's something I think we have in common.
You and I don't have anything in common. You and I come from opposite ends of the earth.
Perhaps, but you know what they say about opposites.
Stay back. I don't know who you are.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I've seen it 1,000 million times. Oldest story in the book.
Pam, I need compliance from you. I have no choice.
We all have choice. We always have choice. You find yourself walking down the wrong path, you step off that path, you take a new direction.
No, it's way too late for
I
that.
don't believe it. So God takes your last
Ma'am.
breath, you can always try. I fucking knew it.
Behold me in all my fearsome glory.
Holy shit.
You always knew that I would come for you, didn't you, Pam? And that I would take you to sit at my right hand. Well, my lioness, that time has come. Come to me, Pam Maria. Carol! Carol! I'm coming to you, Carol. You are my perfect nemesis. Natural, but neat, special, yet 100% typical. If I can't win you, then I don't have a prayer of winning the rest of humanity. I can feel your resistance coming at me in waves across the cul-de-sac. But I can also feel what you really want. Deep down, you know your life is unsustainable. Deep down, you're dying for me to release you into my organic joy. Lucky for you, I have one last trick up my sleeve. One thing that no mortal woman has ever, in 3,000 years, been able to resist. It means I'll have to break my vows, at least to start. Kick things off with only 3 acolytes. But once I get this party started right here, right under her fucking window, there is no way she will be able to resist coming out to join us. And then the new era of planetary healing can begin at last. It's time to pull out the stops.
Oh, yeah.
and let me touch you.
No.
Come on, your husband doesn't love you.
I know.
Your job has torn your soul.
I know.
You haven't touched a single living thing in months. Even your food is a petroleum product.
I know my own story, Diane.
Then open to me. And let me.
No. Stop, okay? I'm not coming outside. I don't like your milk bench. I don't like your paw. I don't like your burning fucking native fucking crabgrass. I told you I wanted a wrought iron accent bench, and I am still waiting for my wrought iron accent bench, and I don't hear you offering me a single thing that I want.
But baby.
Why should I sacrifice even one of my comforts when my comforts are literally all that I have? You'll miss the last train. The girls are riding in your feet like beasts. My company makes and markets baby mango pills. But if I stay very still, here among my throws and soft goods and don't shift even 2 inches to the left or to the right, and I won't have to perceive any of that. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Carol, please.
Stop badgering me! I'm not coming outside!
I am not badgering you, Carol. I am trying to save you. God, you are the toughest love I have ever tried to win. I crave you, and I pity you.
Don't.
I do. I love you. I can't bear to watch you suffer, Carol. Carol, baby, come outside. The second you step through those doors, you will begin a wave of healing that will wreck the entire world in redemption. You have the power to save the world. All you have to do is open your eyes to the lush, great
Don't say fragrant! Don't say fragrant! I don't ever want to hear the word fragrant come out of your dirty mouth again. Nothing you say can open my eyes any wider to the truth. My eyes are wide open. This is what I'm doing with the truth. I choose to stay inside. This is what I want. This is what I want.
You want annihilation.
Yes.
You want chaos and destruction.
Yes.
You want the storm.
I am the storm. You think you have power here? This is your world. This is our world. We made this world. Even as you look upon me, I strengthen, I grow, I reach out to the east and west and connect to the 100 million others of my kind. A vast web of resistance stretching across the entire North American continent. The biggest single living organism ever to exist on Earth. What we have unleashed is darker, is faster, is more mysterious than any god. What I want is what we want. And we don't want to come outside!
Fine! You useless, worthless, worse than useless. I waited thousands of years for you. And for what? So you can wreck my world and break my heart? Fine. If you don't care enough to save yourselves, then I don't care. I don't care. I'll go back to the place where God lived, undisturbed by human folly. If you can't figure out how to rewrite your own story, then play it out to the bitter end. Starve as your croplands shrivel and parch. Drown as the ocean swallows the coast. Burn as the wildfire scorches the fruited plains. And walk this hot and godless land, knowing it didn't have to go this way. Pray, if you want to. Those of you who survive will never hear from me again.
Oh, there was a garden cool and green. The ground lay rich with blossoms. The rain washed us clean. I don't remember what we did then, but I see that now it's gone. I think we did the tearing and wept to see it torn. Oh, how shall we praise the tender things we've slain? Already we're forgetting their many names. Poppy, honeysuckle, blue stem grass, lupine, linden, chestnut, ash. What have we done? What